Hello again, everybody. Time for another edition of Gear Basics. Today we're going to talk a little bit about backpacking tents, but particularly the Wilderness Technologies Denali 2 two-person backpacking tent. After 25 years in the business, we decided it was time for us to build our own tent. This is what we came up with. One of the features we're really proud of the way they came out is the actual carry bag for the tent itself. We paid a lot of attention to the details to make sure that this would be as good or better than any carry sack we've ever seen on a tent. It is a compression style carry bag, meaning that it has these two horizontal straps which allow you to actually cinch down the tent once you've got it packed inside the bag, get it to a nice, neat, small final pack size so you can easily tuck it anywhere in your backpack. All of the straps and webbing on here are very, very heavy duty nylon with bar tack stitching. These are 1-inch side release buckles. The total weight of the tent comes in about 6 pounds. Another thing is the footprint. This is essentially a ground tarp, extremely heavy duty, that's cut exactly to the same size as the tent floor. This helps to create a vapor barrier and a extra way to stop moisture, but it also just helps to extend the life of the floor of the tent because you're putting something down otherwise that's rubbing right against the ground. As far as the walls of the tent go, we've used a really fine, pore size, no-seam netting. The idea with these is, of course, it's going to keep out the big bugs like the mosquitoes and the flies and things, but it's such a fine pore size that even the really, really little guys, the gnats, the no-seams, the black flies that can sneak their way into a lot of tents and feast on you overnight are not able to get through this mesh. This is the same quality and caliber mesh that you'll find on tents way, way beyond the price of something like this. You'll also notice at each of the foot, we've used a high tenacity aluminum pole. All of the pieces of the tent will attach through this pin and grommet system, being the fly sheet, the tent body, and the footprint. Going over some of the features on the outside of the tent here, you'll notice that a lot of those things that you find on really expensive, really high-end brand name tents are all present here. We have a full-length rain fly, fully coated, seam sealed, and watertight. All the loops to attach the fly sheet to the ground, to the tent, everything is really heavy-duty nylon webbing. It's all bar tack stitching, which is a very, very strong stitch. This is made for long-term durability. All the coil zippers are brightly colored, make them easy to see, easy to run. We have reflective piping all over the tent to make it easy to spot at night, make sure people don't trip and stumble into it. You'll notice that we have two large O-shaped doors. They're much larger than you commonly find on a tent this size, just to make it easy to get in and out of. On each side, we have a different vestibule though. On this side, this will actually roll out and can be pitched out using your trekking poles to function like an awning to give you a nice place to sit and cook or hang out, play cards, what have you. The vestibules are big enough to store your packs and your boots and keep them out of the wind, out of the weather, but also out of the way. Both vestibules are not the same. This one pitches like an awning, and the other one on the other side actually lays out in sort of an A-frame, which is more typical of your backpacking tents of this size. I wanted to go over a few of the features that you'll find inside the tent that we were very particular about making sure were present. One is a gear loft. This is a really, really useful piece of equipment that a lot of people forget. This is an easy way to tuck away quick access items that you're going to want by your side in your tent, your book, your headlamp, your water bottle, things like that. Neatly tuck away up here in the roof of the tent so they're out of your way but ready at a moment's notice. The footprint is generous for a two-person, meaning that we're a full 6 feet 8 inches long by 4 feet 4 inches wide with a center height of 44 inches. All the details, as I mentioned, are in place. We have 4 interior mesh pockets, nylon coil zippers, what's known as a bathtub floor. That means that the floor material actually wraps up the wall of the tent. The idea being, if you have long grass that's wet with dew in the morning, it's hitting against this watertight floor material and not wetting out your tent, making it cold or things like that. So, in conclusion, with the features, construction, and quality you'll get for the price that you'll pay, this is easily one of the very best valued tents anywhere. The Wilderness Technologies Denali 2 is an excellent tent for an unbelievable price.